Hello, everybody, this is Ethan, and welcome back to the United Devils YouTube channel. I'm back with another Manchester United predictions preview video. It's another big game straight after the derby. It's Manchester United versus Spurs at Old Trafford. The derby obviously didn't go to plan. My prediction certainly didn't go to plan. Predicted a 2-2, which I will admit, after the first half was looking likely. City got off to a quick start. Sancho putting us back in the game, and then City scoring before half-time again. But what I will say is, United were creating, they were actually looking okay. Yeah, yes, of course, we were losing, yeah, but I thought we performed okay. I wouldn't say amazing, but I think we performed okay. I think we were doing more or less the right things, and this was picked up by Roy Keane. He was saying that United have created some good stuff. It's just not happening for them. But the second half, a complete and utter different story. A disaster. What more is there to say? Even though we lost that first half 2-1, we performed better in that first half than the second half. I mean, 4-1 in a Manchester, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just showing that United's, we can get a 4-2 win or a 5-1 win against Leeds, but with the bigger teams, with City, Liverpool, we're not at that level, which we should be at, but we're just not. With the squad we have and the manager we have, we should be at that level, but we're not. And I think the managerial decision this summer or wherever, or whenever before next season it's made, it probably will be this summer, is going to be incredibly important. It's looking like Pochettino or Ten Hag. They're the only two names that are really coming out right now. And I think appointing Pochettino would not be the right decision at all. That's my view. Obviously, if he's appointing United manager, I'll back him and we'll see how he does, but I'd take Ten Hag all day. If you would say take Ten Hag, I'd shake your hand off, seriously. Look into the lineup prediction, and it's very hard. It's very hard because the last two matches we've kind of mixed up the lineup. I mean, not that much, to be honest, but a 0-0 against Watford and a 4-1 thrashing against City. And Tottenham, they're not a team to joke about. Well, I mean, in certain aspects, but they are a good team. They have good players. What I will say is, though, that they are very, very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Everyone says, "Oh, it's just Spurs," and I do think we should be beating them, but let's not forget that this is the team, was it last season, who beat us 6-1. Let's not forget that. But we did beat them 3-0 near the start of the season. So, yeah, I mean, they are basically just like United. Very, very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. They have not had 2 wins in a row in the Premier League since December. I mean, trust United now to give them that win. But bottom line is, they haven't had to. I'm saying, like, United in a way of Spurs had a win, like a great win, 3-2 win against City, but then lost 1-0 against Burnley. It's like United. It's a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get. You really don't. So, yeah. Lineup. Goalkeeper, even, is actually quite hard to discuss because stories now coming out saying David De Gea has had a positive coronavirus result, but then an hour later saying that we believe, or the United staff believe, or whatever, that De Gea has now produced a false positive coronavirus test. So who knows? I am actually going to go with Dean Henderson in the lineup, because if De Gea has done a positive test or even a false positive test, will they risk it? He might have to take another test or whatever. I mean, De Gea, United aren't travelling down to London. If they were travelling down to London, I'd say De Gea, Dean Henderson 100%. But, yeah, I'm just going to go Dean Henderson to be on the safe side, but it could well be David De Gea. I just have no idea, really, because we don't know the situation with De Gea and his coronavirus test. We're just, relying on media outlet, really. I'm going to go with Dalot and Alex Telles as the right backs, full-backs, I should say. Wan-Bissaka, I've been singing his praises a lot, but I don't think the defence didn't perform well in the Manchester derby, but yeah, I'm going to go with Dalot and Telles, and I'm going to say Maguire and Varane. I do think Maguire will unfortunately start, I just do. Even though he shouldn't be. Just my opinion, but I don't think he should be starting for United. I'll be pleasantly surprised if Varane and Lindelof start, even though I don't think Lindelof and Maguire both did not perform well. I'm not saying Lindelof performed way better than Maguire. I think they were both on actually equal levels. Even though Maguire, dummied the ball or let the ball through his legs for, what was it, like the third goal. Still, I don't think Lindelof. I don't think any of the defence was good. That's I really don't. But I do think Lindelof and Varane are probably our best centre back pairing. If Eric Bailly wasn't as injury prone as he is, poor lad, I'd stick him right in the team, and I do think he deserves more play time. But he has been plagued with injuries, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I do think he's a good centre-back and he is one of my favourite players. But just unfortunately, he is injury-prone. So, I am going to go with Varane and Maguire. Even though I think it should be Varane and Lindelof. I just have a feeling Maguire's going to start. I'm gonna say. Should I say McTominay and Fred? I don't even know, because McTominay and Fred were not good either. No aspect of the team really was amazing throughout that match. I'm gonna say Fred and Matic, maybe. Bruno down the middle as per usual. Pogba probably starting the left attacking midfielder position. Alanga probably on the right. Then I'm going to say Cavani through the middle. We've seen him in training. He's back in training. Ronaldo seems to still have a bit of a knock with him, so I don't think he's going to start. So yeah, I think Cavani will probably start through the middle. Some people are saying Alanga won't start just because he's young and it's a big match. So is it really fair? I just don't really see who else would start. Rashford maybe. I just have a feeling Rashford won't start, but he well and truly could. I mean, people are going for a midfield three of Matic, Pogba, and Fred, or Matic, Pogba, and McTominay. I think that would be the right thing to do. And it well could be that, but I'm just basing it on the formation that we've used throughout the season, really, the 4-2-3-1. So if it is that formation, I think that's the team Ragnick will go with. And I may be just jinxing the team here, but I'm actually going to go for another 2-2. Now, I know I said that in the last video and it was a 4-1, but with Spurs, it's a different game to City. As I said, Spurs has been inconsistent all season. So have United. I'm not saying United are better than Spurs or Spurs are better than United. I think we're kind of on a level playing field when it comes to it. But I'm going to go with that formation. And I think there'll be goals scored, but I'm just not sure because United could come away 3-0 victors again. Tottenham probably could do another 6-1 or 5-0. I wouldn't be surprised. So just because both teams are so inconsistent, I just never know. If the last game was at the Etihad, if the last game was at Old Trafford rather, I would have predicted a City win. But because it was at the Etihad and United have a good track record at the Etihad against City, that's why I predicted a 2-2. Now, yeah, I'm just going to go for a draw. I think more goals will be scored than just a 1-1. So that's why I'm going to go with a 2-2. But really, it's anyone's game. It's a big, big game for United. And yeah, 5:30 kickoff, Manchester United. Don't miss it. And come on, you Reds.